Well, hey there. I'm Alderwoman Monet S. Wilson of the Great Second Ward. I am here at the VFW right here in Calumet City, 664 Hirsch, and we are going to have a sit and speak. It is one of the afternoon with the Alderwomen events. I'm the Alderwoman. I'm the Alderwoman. We're going to have wine, wings, and what women want. So this is our talk board. We will begin by speaking about life and identity, R&B. We're not talking about a genre of music. We're talking about relationships and boundaries. Then PPG, that's not your local rap stars. That is purpose, power, and growth. We're going to move on and talk about our desires in life, talk some real truth, and talk about the importance of sisterhood and what it means to be a sister in a circle of women. We have different talking points. And as people come, they will get a color. And thank you to my friend Jamaica Lott for introducing me to the color game. So we are going to do this and end up by speaking our truths. What are we tired of? How do we forgive ourselves? Sometimes a lot of things happen in our life we don't forgive ourselves for. Then what are we requesting? What support do we need? What do we want our legacy to be? Meaning either in our home or the next generation. We have a full day of fun, fabulousness, food, and togetherness. After our event, we will hop on over and stay right here at the VFW. This is a 1 to 4 event for me, but at 7 o'clock, Ty Solid Foundation is having a talent show cipher in the big ballroom here at the VFW. So come on by, say hi, stay. Let's talk a while. Let's do what it do. So how important is it to have relationships but create boundaries? Sometimes people feel that you can have a great relationship, but when you enact that boundary, now it's something different. Oh, she a hater. She don't want me to be great. I want you to be absolutely all of that while I protect my peace. So what do y'all feel?
I don't think people really know what boundaries are first. I think Black people specifically have issues with boundaries, where I do feel other races have, and I think it's a human issue, period, but I think that Black people really have boundaries because I think we learn systemically from our families. So when you go to the Black church and you with our parents are given passes to a certain extent, right? So when you talk about stuff that happened, you're not supposed to say it, uncle do this, people falling out on the floor drunk and being inappropriate or whatever at family events, you take that with you. And you take that with you to work. So if you're abused in your home or you see abuse, then you allow abuse in your friendships. It's subconscious. You don't know that you're allowing this abuse. So if we're friends and we're seeing abuse, so like I've known her for years. So there's like I know her story, she know my story. So we can sit here and be like, yeah, you remember that? Like we can say that. And so I would say that happens somewhere in our lives where I'm experiencing things at City Hall that comes from my childhood. And then we don't know how to articulate it when we learn. So we don't know what boundaries are. And we don't know how to have, and we don't understand how to have disagreements. It's one of the things I said, we argue all the time, privately. We just don't do it. We get mad at each other too, just privately.
I'm too nice to get mad. And hello, welcome to Sip and Speak with your girl, Alderwoman Wilson. Now I know who you are, but let the people know who you are.
Hi, I'm City Clerk Inyota Fix.
Dr. Inyota T. Fix. So I have some questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What does emotional safety look like?
Oh. I would have to say prayer.
Yes.
I think you have to pray for the protection for your emotional safety because you don't know what triggers your emotions because sometimes you don't know what's underlining and within you. So I think emotional safety comes with prayer. So I believe you have to stay prayed up consistently. So when your emotions are triggered, you won't respond or react on them.
Okay.
So I would
Well,
say prayer.
thank you. So as I was making this board,
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to a conversation that had nothing to do with me, but
Mm-hmm.
I was intrigued by it. And I
Mm-hmm.
put pick me question mark exclamation point question mark.
Okay.
And it's because the conversation was with a group of young ladies, and the
Okay.
young ladies were really exuding the pick me spirit.
Mm.
Can you talk to the ladies about not wanting to be that one that is working so hard to be chosen that they lose sight of who they are?
Mm. That's really deep, because I think that a lot of things in society, social media, music videos, things that's going on show you the image of what you're supposed to be, or what beauty is for women, or specifically Black women. Um, there's a lot of things going on about Black women being aggressive, being this and that, and so it's difficult for us to navigate in leadership and then be authentically who we are,
Yes.
because sometimes that comes off and they'll say that we're emotional, but we're compassionate. We're mothers of the earth. We're mothers of everybody. So we will bring a motherly perspective to the table because it's needed. Everything
Yes.
shouldn't be black and white. And so with that being said, that it just don't happen for young girls. It happens in this good old ripe age,
Yes.
where people will call you or shame you for being who you are, and there's a level of appropriateness that you have to have. There's a level of professionalism you have to have, but you still should maintain who you are at your core.
Yes.
And learning how to articulate, like some of these ladies said, or sometimes have a filter. All of those things can be incorporated. I pray for young women to understand who they are and have the confidence, so they won't be pick me's, because there's some pick me's at adults because they never learned that.
Yeah.
So you 50, 65, 75, and then you'll turn around and shame another woman, your colleague, somebody you sit at the table with, somebody that you work with. So it's important for, I think confidence is the foundation for that. And really knowing who you are, spending time with yourself, trying to figure out who you are, what you like, what you don't like. Even dating appropriately. Sometimes we think, oh, you date this one person for 5 years. No, you should serial date. You don't have to be sexual with everybody.
Okay.
But you should
Yes.
young women should serial date, because that is how you figure out what you like and what you don't like. And you should do that when you're young, so then you can pick your husband and you can pick the right husband. But if you are spending 1 year in 5 years in a relationship with this one, 5 years in a relationship with that one, 5 years in a relationship with that one, then you take into each relationship men who are leaders and what they have taught you, and you're not developing who you are and your level of confidence to be what it is that you need to be. And that's how you become a pick me, because we are inclined to want to be chosen by men, because that's what's supposed to happen.
Yes.
So that spirit is in us. So it's not a negative, completely bad thing, but we have to have control of it.
Okay.
And use it within perspective.
So I have two final questions.
Yes, ma'am.
What does support look like?
Oh, support looks like being honest with each other, quiet, being respectful, being private, making sure you don't do things for the cameras, for the lights, for other people, for having authentic one-on-one conversations, for bringing gripes to the table that you may have with somebody. Learning boundaries, teaching boundaries, letting people know when you're upset, not hiding when you're upset and angry or whatever, and then supporting each other in that, regardless of the relationship, not holding grudges, and specifically not being vindictive. Okay. There's a lot of vindictiveness in groups, specifically politics. So if you don't do exactly what someone wants to do, then there's a spirit of vindictiveness. And so that's not being supportive. And then sometimes knowing that you have to support somebody in some things that you may not want to. You know what I'm saying? And that is what support looks like. I think it's just being authentic.
And then my final question, I do see your Greek letters across your chest. What does sisterhood mean to you?
pretty much almost the same as support. But specifically for me with Black women is just giving us a safe space. Is giving your fellow Black sister, regardless of what organization, they cannot be in a Greek organization or not, and just being there for them and acknowledging them and who they are, whether they look different, whether it's light or dark or tall or short, thick or skinny, and understanding who people are and that we are very different, and respecting each other in those differences and helping each other and being kind when we don't even know each other.
Yes. Thank you so much, City
You're
Clerk.
welcome.
Not the way. All right, Tyree, Miss.
Agree to disagree.
My name is Little Big Sister. She is how you shorter than me and you bully, like, no. That's hilarious.
She's very sporty.
Yes.
But,
Okay, that's
but getting on boundaries, yeah. So me, I'm really learning boundaries because I did not have any boundaries. You know, I don't know if I was taught to set boundaries because of, you know, what I've seen and what I went through. But I think me not having boundaries growing up because I cared so much. So it stopped me from, you know, allowing myself to take control. You know, I allowed other people to abuse me. You know, so I guess when it started really affecting my mental, you know, me wanting to have a relationship with my kids and having boundaries with the disrespect as far as the child and the adult, that's when I started learning about boundaries and learning to be able to communicate more, you know, with my kids, you know, and just making my place be safe for me, you know, peace, you know. So. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry.
First of all, she a guest here.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Apologize.
So we're going to try this again. Don't edit that out either. Welcome to Alderwoman Wilson's Sipping Paint. Let the people know who you are.
Me. I'm Tyree Douglas Lee.
And how are you connected to Ty Solid Foundation?
Ty Solid Foundation
or non-for-profit?
Ty Solid Foundation. Well, okay. Both.
Okay.
I'm connected with both. I am the CEO of a Ty Solid non-for-profit where we service the community, not just Calumet City. We service the community wherever is needed.
Okay. I have some questions. What's a hard lesson you had to learn?
A hard lesson I had to learn is when you fall, you got to get right back up. You know, you can't start walking before you crawl. You know, some of us try to speed on ahead, but the lesson is to go through the process so you can retain the mistakes so you won't have to go over them again. So that's really
Yeah. Let's speak some truth. What is a truth we have not heard today?
Well, the truth we have not heard today is, I think Black people, and I'm saying Black people and I'm Black, we take advantage of situations. You know, I think we want more than what we give, you know, and we don't appreciate the good, you know, we don't appreciate good things. And I think it's because some of us are used to always being negative, you know, always seeing the bad when we can't see outside of the bad. You know what I'm saying? So it takes this right here, communication, you know what I'm saying? Just togetherness, you know, sisterhood to bring us out of a dark place, you know. And like I say again, I'm happy to be here. And Monet is not only a colleague of mine, she's a friend of mine.
Period.
Clock that too. And yeah, this was a very intimate, you know, meeting event we had, and I would love to do it again.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, girl.
Okay. Everybody, this is Kitty Gibson. Hey. My name is Kitty. It's Harold's Chicken over here. It's fruit.
Black women know
charcuterie board. There's wine in this bucket here. If you would like a soft drink, I have a blue ticket. You can take it to the bar. And then there is a bucket of clean ice up there as well. Welcome. You late, but welcome.
But you know what? You guys talk about boundaries, okay? It's not so much that I didn't have boundaries growing up,
Yeah.
okay? But I was taught this growing up as far as boundaries go. You got, just like, you know, to piggyback off of what you said, you know, I had girls over here. Of course, I was on the cheerleading team, okay? I was the captain, whatever like that, okay? But I talked to everyone. Okay, and as far as boundaries go, if someone they throwing salt on my name and this, that, and the other, stand still. Okay, and that's what I was taught, to stand still, because they'll get theirs in the end.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, like you was saying, as far as what went on in the household and everything, I can honestly say, okay, they got on my nerves, but outside of that, you know, my household was good growing up. I do know that everyone wasn't like that.
Yeah.
You know, so we all sitting here, say we go out the door, and then, you know, me and Tyree and then me and you, we like together and we talking about you two or something like that. I wasn't taught that. Okay, so if three of us go out the door, okay, and you guys are like pouring salt on their name, I'm gonna walk away.
Right.
And if you want to talk about me and get mad, then that's okay. That don't bother me. Okay, because it'll come back on you guys instead of being together. And then, like you were saying earlier, you know, one hand washes the other. Okay, but they, you know, as black women and black people, period, we too busy fighting each other, okay, and dogging each other out, and that's where the other ones slip in, okay, and then we don't notice it until it's too late.
Hello, perfect stranger. Welcome to Sip and Speak. Let the people know who you are.
My name is Lynn.
Lynn,
Uh-huh.
what do you feel the legacy for our next generation of young ladies should be?
Oh, damn. Well, I don't know. Togetherness, you know. I mean, I look at the kids now, they're our future, okay? And they're moving in the wrong direction. Okay, this AI thing, I'm not impressed with it. I think it's horrible, okay? Asked a group of kids not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, name the next 4 blocks over. They couldn't. Then the one little brilliant one come up there, but they had their phone.
Yeah.
Okay, they think they're smarter than we were at their age. Okay, whereas I can name each street a whole mile down. Okay, the legacy is all this electronic stuff. There's nothing wrong with it. It's good. Okay, but teach them the way we were taught.
Okay.
Okay, you know, our legacy is to empower both male and female and to make them better than what we are, because this is our future.
What is a hard lesson you had to learn?
Handcuffs is real. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Okay, don't.
That is a perfect.
I'm just saying.
answer.
Well, I'm just saying. You know, don't come for me unless I call for you. Okay?
Absolutely.
That was a hard lesson to learn. Okay, they came for me, and you know, police ain't gonna see this other.
And then finally, what brings you peace?
What bring me peace? When I am in the house and by myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I was with my kid's father for 30 plus years, plus being longer than the 30. We still friends to get on my nerves. But, you know, it brings me peace to go in the house and all that crap happening outside on the other side of the threshold, I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
I don't bring that to the house with me. That's what gives me peace.
Thank you for playing my reindeer game. So that brings me to flip back to, so I'm doing the first two sort of together. What are some assumptions about you that other people, especially women, have about you?
It was the all of that for me.
They say I mean. I don't. I mean, when people assume that I mean, it makes me angry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mean. I'm just direct. And I'm direct because I watched my father slap my sister so many times for telling a bold-faced lie. You know, so I didn't want to get slapped. You know, I was told not to tell a bold-faced lie. You know, so, but I also was taught that some things is not meant to be said. So, and I've been doing good. I really been doing good. But yeah, that's the assumption that people have on me that say that I'm mean, and I don't think I am. I know for a fact that I'm a caring person. I can't tolerate BS, especially when it's looking me in my face. So again, like my girl said, I do have I do call it out when I see it. You know, I'm learning how to bring my delivery, more welcoming so you can receive it better. But yeah, so tell me what you think.
I haven't reached that point in my life. I'm sorry. They tell me I don't have no filter. I personally, that insults me too. I think I have a filter. Okay, if you don't want the truth, don't ask me. Okay, I mean, you want, the ugly truth or a pretty lie. Which one do you want? Don't ask me a question if you don't want the answer. Okay, so they say I don't have no filter. I called mom. She hung up on me because she wouldn't answer the question. But I think I have a filter. Okay, it's just that like if you be like your hair, which I think is pretty cool. You're so. But anyway, that's just so we'll talk later. Okay. You turned on me about the phone. But anyhow, like if you be like, oh, well, how's my hair? And I'd be like, oh, that's fucked up. And then you might say, oh no, that's pretty. Why you lying to her? You gonna set. You're gonna set her up to go out there thinking she looking glamorous. She look like a fool. Okay, then that's what they say. No filter. I don't have no filter. Yes, I do. I don't want you going out there slinging your hand thinking you look nice. Okay, and you look like a fool.
But that's true friendship to me.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I would call that true friendship.
That's just me being old and tad.
Kitty, you gotta jump in, girl.
She threw her arm up. Yeah.
Yes. A lot of people. I'm a piggyback off of Tyree. I am the baby of 4 girls. But you would think I was the oldest. A lot of people in my family, some people say, Kitty is mean. I'm not mean. I'm very empathetic to what's going on. I'm like you. If you don't want the truth, do not ask me because I'm going to tell you the truth. My husband brought some things to my attention about having no filter because I used to, whatever come here, it would come out there. So I've gotten a lot better in my delivery. But I am not a mean person. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. And a truth teller. And that's me.
Welcome to Sip and Speak, Kitty girl. Let the people know your name.
Kitty Gibson.
Okay, so I have some questions for you. Let us know what joy means to you, what that looks like.
A peace of mind, being comfortable saying no, being comfortable being yourself as a human being, not just a woman, anybody, being at peace.
Because no is a complete sentence. Period. I had it. What was it? What was my next question?
Sister?
No, that's my last question. I want you to, what does it mean when you hear, sometimes I'll say, I'm not her. And what I mean is, I'm not the perception you have of me. What does that mean to you?
I am not a mean person. I'm not aggressive. I am lighthearted, kind, forgiving. I'm not mean.
We're going to talk about sisterhood because this is a women's event for women by women. What does sisterhood look to you? What does it mean to have your sisters back?
Being honest, forthright, uplifting, encouraging each other, being in a honest group circle of women. As you know, the conversation was spoken about earlier. You don't let your sister go out, with her slip showing without telling her. You're going to tell her before she steps out the door
Yeah.
pull your slip up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Well, thank you, kitty girl. Thank you. What day did you get better with your delivery?
No, she didn't. My husband had to tell me. He said, you will go from 0 to 1,000, not 100, 1,000. And I would say, well, what do you mean? So he had to hold the mirror up to me for me to see things about myself. How I would deliver. Monet is very close to one of my nieces, and she would always say, "Well, Kitty's mean." I'm not mean. I don't tolerate the BS. What you see is what you get. There's no airs. I'm me.
But after a certain age, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm older than I
You
look,
can
and
get
I
some
just.
messy people at 70 and 80. No, it ain't about the age. You can't. It's the mentality.
Tracy and Emanuela, y'all quiet.
No, I was just gonna say it's ironic that a lot of my family they say the same thing about me, that I'm a mean person, and it's because of the reason that I speak my truth and their truth. I don't hold no punches as it relates to your life. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth, even though I know you might want to hear it. So I'm the bad guy, and so like her, I'm trying to work on my delivery because I want them to receive the message so that they can change, grow, evolve. But I have to learn how to deliver it the right way so that can happen.
Thank you for attending the Sip and Speak with your girl, Alderwoman Wilson. Please let the folks know who you are.
I'm Latrice Johnson.
Latrice Johnson. And so I have some questions. Do you mind answering a couple questions?
Yeah.
A couple.
One question.
What are you tired of? What in society, in your life, or what are you tired of? What has given you exhaustion?
Lately, one of the things that's kind of giving me exhaustion is this thing related to Donald Trump. It's giving me exhaustion and anxiety because at one point they were saying that Make America Great was just about making America great. But now we're into this whole thing where we're finding out that it's about America being great. It's about white people. And so it kind of is making me frustrated because I'm not even really hearing anybody talk about it from that perspective. So yeah, that's one of those big ones for me.
Okay. And I know you said just one, but I'm looking at this board. And I feel like you covered two with that. You tired of the Make America Great platform and everybody on all sides.
My sister's a Republican.
Okay.
So that's the other reason why I'm kind of more so frustrated because she's a newly Republican.
Yes.
Puka.
Yes.
A newly Republican. Yes.
Because there is this push to flip Illinois red and Chicago red. And it's it is being pushed by Black women.
It's being pushed by other Black women?
Yes.
Okay.
So I am almost 50 years old. And for my adult life, I have been a moderate Democrat. I'm right in the middle. I can hang with either party. And so I have left to become an independent because I'm too conservative for the Democrats. I'm not progressive enough for them.
Right.
And I am not conservative enough for Republicans.
Correct.
So I'm in the middle because I can say, hey, I believe that we should have strong borders, while also saying if you're here illegally, we have to find a humane way to remove you. I believe that. I also believe that we can say we support people protecting their countries while freeing Palestine. And while saying that, I also can say I'm tired of Black people being on the bottom of the totem pole of all of it.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your view and your truth.
Thank you.
This
is my first time talking about it too. So
okay,
it's been heavy on my heart.
we're gonna be talking about it because November is gonna be a game changer. Not just here in Illinois, nationwide, it's gonna be a game changer on who we want to control our politics and govern us, and who will answer to us. We have a voice. We matter.
Yeah.
We matter. I have one more question.
Okay.
Because I see your two little girls.
Okay. Yeah.
What is your legacy? What would you like your legacy to be? And what do you hope that our next generation will aspire to?
Well, like I said, I'm kind of really working on a lot of that stuff. At one point in my life, I thought it would be something else because I wanted to be like more rigid. My mother recently passed, not recently, it's been 4 years. Our anniversary is actually Saturday, next Saturday. And so it's like I want my kids to be able to have fun, enjoy life, not be so rigid, get involved in the community, which is something that, I don't really see a lot of. And that's why I always say, hey, just do it because you never know who will show up. I showed up today talking to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So always just do it.
Yes.
Because we'll come eventually.
I appreciate it.
Eventually we'll come. But, I want them to get involved in the community, get involved in the world, and then also have fun.
Okay.
So that's my number one legacy right now. Fun.
Okay.
Enjoy your life.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I think, and all I can speak on it is the perspective of a Black woman. I think that is a narrative they want us to hang across our neck. That we are mean, need to filter ourselves. Sometimes I even say that to my clerk. I'm like, hey, you gotta say it this way because whatever is unclear or trauma in somebody else's life, they're going to interpret what you're saying the wrong way. But we shouldn't have to walk on eggshells with grown people.
Right.
And I don't want to carry that narrative that I have to filter what I say, that I have to soften myself to make you feel comfortable about your perception of me. I think that is a problem that we live with. I have to be soft and cuddly so you be okay in a room with me.
You'll get past
Yeah.
The new narrative is that a lot of people are soft skinned and that we are just too blunt, too aggressive, and they need to toughen up.
I think all of this
social media.
It's social media. All these new mental health code words have made society soft. We are so hell bent on not hurting somebody's feelings that we allow them to jump off the cliff. I'd rather hurt your feelings and save your life than coddle you in confusion. Like, if you are 60 years old and you are dressing like a 20-year-old hooker, I need to tell you that. Because you're going to run into a circle that tells you, here come this hoe. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I have a quick story when you said that. So I remember, I know, and she keep pointing at you because she wanted to hear from you. So I'll let you go first and I'll tell my story.
Well, one perception people have about me is that I'm mad because I don't smile a lot. But I'm not mad, I'm not upset, I'm just not a smiley person.
Thank you. I know your name, and thank you for being here at Sip and Speak. Let the people know who you are, gorgeous one.
My name is Emanuela Shepherd.
And I got a couple questions. You mind answering?
No problem.
Okay. What have you not forgiven yourself for?
For not telling people they upset me when they did.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what does a sister circle of women mean? Or what should it look like?
What I feel it should mean and what it should look like, that we as women uplift and support and encourage each other.
Okay. Do you have anything that you want to leave the next generation of young ladies?
Yes. Actually, in August, with one of my friends, I'm going to start a mentoring program.
Okay.
And the name is Safari Soul.
Safari Soul.
And it's going to be here in Calumet City.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And what will some of the things you will be doing?
We'll be doing etiquette classes, cooking classes, sewing classes, field trip, help have resources for the parents.
Okay. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
All right.
I love it.
I walked in and we're talking about boundaries. It's just, everything is right on time because I'm reading a book. Set boundaries, find peace.
Absolutely.
Because I have and had a problem with setting boundaries with people in my family. But I'm learning to say no.
You should have called me. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna get your number and use you for backup. I'm like, you know what? Let me get you my wingman.
She got my lightweight.
Exactly. One of the things I want to say about your honesty, I remember I had went away to college and we were going from one campus to another campus to go to this party. And so I had put on my clothes and stuff and my little lipstick and my makeup and it was like 5 of us that was going, right? And so I had back then we glued our weave in. We didn't remember we used to have the phony ponies and put them in the microwave. Yeah. Right. So that's what we used to do. We used to do each other phony ponies and put them and wrap them around our head. Remember? Yeah. Well, I had a glue in, so it just a few pieces because I always like to make my hair thicker. So I got a lot of length, but I like bigger. And so I had had like a track here, a track there. And we were up at the college, and one of the basketballs, Jock, he was real tall, baby. He was fat, right? So he was like liking me, right, on the floor. So we dancing all night, and apparently because this is his school, a lot of girls there like him. So of course I was like the hated on girl. So me and my girls is over there in the corner, we looking and we dancing, and so the girl was. I think the girl that maybe he had liked on the campus was like Arabian or something, I don't know. And so she had like this short bob, just a really pretty, like kind of Kardashian-ish, like, right? And so, I felt like I had favor because I was black. I was like, you don't know me. And so, I wanted to stand my ground. Because it wasn't a lot that we had the opportunity to stand our ground, so I felt like I was someplace else and I was gonna stand my ground. And so her and her friends was like laughing at me. They was like, and then the girl said, "You think you out loud?" And I was like, "No, I don't think I'm out loud, but I'm looking real good because dude is over here." And they was like, "No, so with that track hanging out of your head." Ooh. So the track was it was from here, and then it had came out to this and was hanging in the back. But the girls that I was with saw it when we left campus. Wow. And had never told me. When I tell you, in my mind, I couldn't conceptualize being their friend. Because, and that is when I learned that your enemy will tell you the truth sometimes before your friend. So whenever my enemy says something, I always check myself. It's not about me taking what they say, because I may not know it, but I might say, okay, did I display that? I always put a mirror in front of my face. But I asked them. Now, I'm nothing but 17, 18, 19 at this time. And I'm like, why wouldn't you? They was like, we thought you knew. How would you think that I knew
What was in the bed?
that there was a track hanging when I got 4 different glues at home from the...
Now she understand I was telling the truth.
Yeah, that's deep.
She right, but still, she ain't got to rub it in.
I know right there.
Boundaries.
So, building off of that, my next question is, what did you used to tolerate that you no longer allow?
Disrespect.
Hey, say that louder, kitty girl.
Disrespect.
Yes. And disrespect can come in all forms.
It
can,
emotional.
yes. Yes. I also don't let you play with me and my God. I find it disrespectful
to have people that do evil on a daily basis pray.
Boy, that's
Just
from
be
them.
evil. That's my
Yeah, pick one or the other, but don't bring my God into this. And I that
It
is
might be their God, because people have different gods.
that is
So
true
don't
because
be
the devil
confused.
gives gifts. So
Yes.
yes. Anybody else? Anything else?
Well, when I realized that somebody is not good for me, usually I would just keep them around and just keep them at a distance. But now, for my own mental health and sanity, I completely remove myself from the situation. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, better best practice.
Yes. Okay. Anybody else? What did you say?
I don't want nobody playing with my time no more, because time waits for no one. You hear me? I ain't got time to be wasting.
I'm never. She be chewing gum, she'll get louder. And I be like, we be petty together.
Become a band in the
We become
we
better.
I'm
You
not
talking
putting
about
my down my
petty
head.
together?
I'm not closing my
No,
eyes.
I don't. I
because
keep doing it.
You
Yes.
are somebody that will invite me to dinner and then rob my house. I'm not. I cannot. If you are looking at what we are looking at, it's no way that you would stand there and even say, giving honor to God, because God is not in this.
He don't bless no
He
man.
don't bless that. We celebrated a whole group of kids. Not one pastor there.
What? No, he was there. He came later.
He didn't pray for the kids.
Oh,
What was the purpose then?
Right. Emanuela, did you have anything? You know I'm gonna always keep calling your name because I like to say Emanuela. Oh,
Well.
I was thinking umbrella.
Well,
Oh,
one thing.
Yeah, but you in gospel, and I'm over here with Rihanna.
We went back to church for a minute.
So that brings me to my next question. I'm sorry, sister girlfriend. I'm so sorry. Blame it on the wine and the wings. Wine and wings. Those are so good.
Well, since I retired, I have gotten
Hot and cold.
got bored being at home. So what I decided to make my life more purposeful is to get into doing more arts and crafts like I used to when I was younger. So I've gone to jewelry classes. I've gone to wreath making classes. I've learned how to make candles. I make bracelets. So that's one good thing.
So before you leave, I want you to get up with my friend Kitty, who can come out the house with me because she redoing this dollhouse.
Okay.
It's
Not
called
honey
Chartreuse.
green, but
Yeah.
around it.
So my next question, while we figure this chartreuse, and look, I can't even say it. It took me all day to practice chartreuse. That thing over there with the meat and cheeses. What is your purpose? What are you stepping into or afraid to step into? But that's your purpose. Like for me, I'm a writer. My purpose is to write. Tyler Perry, when you see this going around the internet, I need to write for Black. What's it? Black and Beauty. Black Beauty. Black
Beauty and Black.
Beauty and Black.
Yeah.
I need to write for that series. Nothing else. Just that series. Holla at your girl.
Okay.
So this is my hard lesson. My hard lesson is toys are not for everybody.